Greetings, citizens! I'm Jeff, and today we're taking a slightly different look at the old eShop deals. Using a super scientific method, we started with the highest rated games on Metacritic via user score, then removed outliers that were game in the system, compared it to Opencritic, and filtered by games currently listed at their lowest price ever. So hit that like button and subscribe if you like finding new games for your Nintendo Switch. Sound off with your recommendations in the comments below, and let's take a look at the highest rated indie games by user score, which are currently at their lowest price ever. We start with an oldie, but absolute goodie, as Katana Zero was one of the original standout indies back when the name of this channel referenced an actual thing Nintendo did with the Nindie Directs. With an 85 user score and 83 Metacritic, Katana Zero's super fast, split-second reflex ninja action will have you studying room layouts as you plan then execute a masterful plan to clear a room as fast as possible without being caught. The action here is outstanding, but Katana Zero's other gameplay hook really sets it apart, as in between your gigs as an uber-efficient assassin, you take time to meet with your therapist, as, you know, slicing up hordes of people likely weighs on a person. But the twists and turns that element introduces is something you'll just have to see on your own. And you should, while Katana Zero is 40% off for only $8.99 through the 24th. The first of a few entries I've yet to try. I'll probably never check out Inscryption because I'm a big old baby. Similarly beloved by users and critics alike, Inscryption wants you to think it's a card game with a creepy, creature? In reality though, you're stacking a deck to face off against a series of mini-card battle campaigns, but the more you pay attention, the more you realize things are not as they may seem, with changes to the game board, part of the room altering before your eyes, and an opponent who is starting to make you feel like this round just might decide your fate. If that has you interested, don't look up any more and give this spooky deck-building roguelite a shot, while it's 60% off for $7.99. But then, among the highest-rated games available for the Switch, I find Studio Drydock's 2022 release of Wylde Flowers. And, well, this is a rare exception where I had previously never heard of this game. It's a town/farming/relationship sim, so a slice-of-life cozy game where you play as a witch who has just moved to a quaint little island, also inhabited by witches. It doesn't seem like this game does anything incredibly unique, but rather everything it does extremely well, with a focus on player freedom, polish from every angle of production, and a world that reacts to you, even down to the orchestral soundtrack and a cast full of award-winning voice actors. It's currently 25% off for $18.74, and, well, if you end up checking out this Stardew Valley-like, which takes place in the Lilith Fair of Witches,
only 90s kids will get this reference.
Let me know if it's as good as the reviews claim. And then our next game is only 20% off, but the insanely positive reception and bizarre visual style keeps making me wonder if Slay the Princess is a game I should try. It's basically a visual novel or conversation simulator, if you will, so that usually filters me right out of the picture. But this one's unique. You walk through the woods, find a cabin, and then meet a princess shackled in the basement. Your objective is to, slay the princess, because if you don't, the world will end. The thing is, that princess sure seems to be a charmer. She'll lie, she'll flirt, she'll say or do anything to convince you not to slay her, and it leads to a series of roguelike approaches where you learn a little bit more every time you encounter her as you get closer to finding out what's really going on here. It'll take most people around 4 hours to finish, so it isn't terribly long, but it seems well worth the price of admission. All the more so when it's currently discounted to $14.39. Arriving now at the game that made me try to figure out how I could finagle a video to tell all of you to check this game out, let's just cut to the chase. In 2021, Trigger Witch was one of my favorite games, delivering a blend of twin-stick shooter action with the structure of a top-down Zelda, all wrapped up in a story that, even if I gave you 1 million attempts, you would never guess how wild it gets at the end. And I'm here to say that while it's 60% off for only $5.99, it's even more worth your time and money than it was back on our top 10 list. The music is outstanding, the gameplay is fun and rewarding, the pacing and structure should deliver around 8 action-packed hours, which will wrap up right around the time it's starting to wear out its welcome, and if you can't tell, I think you should play it. The other game that I have yet to play, and frankly have no intention of trying, is also the biggest outlier in today's video, as it features a 9.0 user score, but only a 69 from critics.
Giggity giggity.
So it just barely made the list. Madison, with its weird capitalization and spooky box art, really doesn't need to show me anymore, but the thing is, people seem to love it. Waking up alone and covered in blood,
As one does.
you find a possessed Polaroid camera which instructs you to finish out a cultish ritual. Gameplay features the random events within a time loop like we saw in PT, the last horror game I played, as well as the whole take pictures of ghosts mechanic you'd find in Fatal Frame. And with a 40% discount for $20.99, the fate of this ritual, and the lives it will consume, seem to fall right into your blood-soaked hands. How about we wash that spookiness down with a dose of colorful pixel birds and donuts? What do you say? Donut Dodo is a game many overlooked due to it being seemingly ripped right out of an early 1980s arcade. But if that's your bag, or if you just like chasing scores, this is a game you do not want to miss. Rocking the highest scores of today's list, with a slew of Editor's Choice Awards, Donut Dodo follows in the footsteps of classic Donkey Kong. In a single screen, you must collect all the donuts on screen before reaching the big boy donut in the middle. However, while you're doing so, all hell is breaking loose, with the dodo launching attacks alongside all kinds of obstacles and traps for you to maneuver around. Even if you're on the fence though, maybe give this one a shot, because not only is it today's highest rated game, it's also the cheapest, with a 50% discount, bringing the price down to $2.49. So, see anything you plan on picking up? I'm seriously in the mood to replay Trigger Witch and hope more of you check it out, but I'm really thinking about Try and Slay the Princess. I wonder if it'd be a good game to stream. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments what you plan on picking up from today's video, and if you happen to check out Trigger Witch or Donut Dodo, make sure to come back to the comments or join us over on Discord once you're ready to tell us how glad you are for giving those games a try. Next week, we're back taking a look at the best indie games releasing for the Nintendo Switch during the second half of February, and then maybe we'll get around to the backlog video. But as usual, citizens, we'll just have to find out next week, because we're all done for today. Thanks so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and sharing Nindie Nation with others. Until next time, citizens, I'm Jeff, and thank you for watching.